Good morning, students. Welcome to the English class. Hope you all are safe and fine. Be home, be safe, but make use of your time positively. Today, we are going to learn poem 9, The Snake Trying, from your Beehive book, written by W. Ross. Before getting into the poem, we'll have a glance about the poet, Mr. W. Ross. Mr. William Ritson Utes Ross was born on June 14, 1894 and died on August 26, 1966. He was a Canadian geophysicist and poet. He was the first published poet in Canada to write Imagist poetry and later the first to write Surrealist verse, both of which have led to him called the first modern Canadian poet. Geophysicist. Who is a geophysicist? He is a person to study a branch of geology that deals with the physics of the earth and its atmosphere. And what is Imagist poetry? Imagism is a type of poetry which describes the images with simple language, for which he has called the first modern Canadian poet. Let's understand the theme of the poem now. Most of us generally think that the snakes are fearsome symbols of death. We generally consider that the snakes are meant for death. But the snake in this poem itself is a victim. The poet is telling us that we need to pass and react with an open mind. Instead of being excited or without control of any emotions, we harm a snake whenever we see it without any irresponsibility when we interact with this harmless reptile. Pain and anxiety of the snake and the ruthlessness of man has been depicted or described here in this poem, The Snake Trying. The name of the poem, The Snake Trying, itself says that the snake is trying for what? Trying to escape from human being, escape from the brutal behavior of the human being. Let's understand the poem now. The snake trying to escape the pursuing stick with sudden curvings of thin long body. How beautiful and graceful are its shapes. The poet tells us about the water snake here, which is being disturbed by a human being who is pursuing it with a stick. What is pursuing means? Pursuing means following it. So following the snake with a stick. So the snake is curving its long body into graceful and beautiful shapes even at a time when it is trying to escape. So it is bending its body so beautifully and so gracefully even at the time when it is trying to escape from the pursuing stick. So next stanza. He glides through the water away from the stroke. Oh, let him go over the water into the reeds to hide without hurt. Small and green, he is harmless even to children. So here, the snake slips through the water smoothly and easily so that it can escape from the human being by getting hit by the stick. The poet hopes that the snake should be able to escape into the reeds and hide into the water without being hurt. He also adds that the poor snake is very small and green and does not even harm the small children. So glide means moves, stroke means hitting of the stick, and reeds mean water plants with thick stems. So here the poet is telling that the snake is gliding through the water to escape from the stroke, to escape from get from the stick. So here he is pleading, oh please let him go and hide into the reeds so that it can escape, so that it will not get hurt. He is also adding that it is a very small and green creature which will even not harm the small children. So let's go to the final stanza now. Along the sand he lay until observed and chased away, and now he vanishes in the ripples among the green slim reeds. So till the time the snake was observed, it stretches its body along the sand. As soon as he saw that it was disturbed and chased by the pursuing stick, or somebody follows it with a stick, it immediately vanishes into the water. What is vanishes? Vanishes means disappears. It disappears into the water and hides among the slim green leaves of the water reeds. So ripple means a very small wave or movement of the on the surface of the water. So what here the poet is trying to convey that is, all the snakes are not poisonous, all the snakes are not harmful. But what we human beings do, as soon as we find a snake without any predictions, immediately we tend to harm the snake. We do not have any open mind to think. We do not control our emotions. As soon as we find a snake going around, what we do? We immediately try to harm the snake, or we try to kill the snake. So that the poet is telling that all the snakes are not poisonous. There are snakes which are not at all poisonous, which are not at all harmful. So we should not harm such creations. Let's understand the poetic devices of the poem now. We do not have any rhyme scheme in the poem. The poem is written in the free verse. What is a free verse? That is, there is no rhyme, there is no rhythm, and it was just written like a story. But we can see a very commonly used poetic device, alliteration, here in this poetry. What is an alliteration? Alliteration is the repetition of the consonant sound in two or more closely placed words. H, ha, he is harmless. So two consonant sounds are getting repeated in the closely placed words. So we can find the poetic device alliteration in the poem. We can see another poetic device, which is a new device. We can see transferred epithet. Transferred epithet. What is a transferred epithet? Having an adjective followed by a noun. So we all know what is a noun. What is an adjective? Adjective is nothing but describing noun is called as adjective. So here adjective is followed by the noun, where adjective is not describing the noun, whereas it is describing some other noun. For an example, we can see in this poem we have a transferred epithet, pursuing stick. Here pursuing is an adjective, whereas stick is the noun. So pursuing is nothing but following. We have already seen it means following. So pursuing stick, pursuing is an adjective, stick is a noun. Here pursuing does not refer to the noun stick here. Instead it refers to the noun of human being, because the stick is not automatically flying and following the snake. A person, a human being is having a stick following the snake. So pursuing refers to a human being. So it is describing another noun, but not the stick, not the immediate followed noun. So it is referring some other noun. So transferred epithet is nothing but having an adjective followed by a noun, whereas the adjective do not refer to the followed noun, whereas it refers to some other noun of the poetry. So this device is called as transferred epithet. So hope you all understood the poetry, children. If you have any queries, please do come back to me and try to understand the poetry, the snake drawing, and let's not harm any animals. Thank you for watching this video, children. Have a nice day.